There was a lot of upset listener mail out there about Singleton not showing up. He had a better
Singleton
offer.
the butler went last week. If you missed last week's episode, it's such a shame in the shadow of what was a pretty nice holiday weekend, barbecues and so on, including the Daves of Thunder family had its own barbecue. Singleton decided he had better things to do. He went off and worked at the pilot for John Sally.
Yeah.
He decided that was a better gig for him than hanging out with us. So Singleton, we replaced him with Doubleton.
Yeah, well, Bill wrote to me, and this typifies the listening audience. He said, hey, the original Singleton is an idiot for straying to Spider Sally's camp. In fact, he should henceforth be known as Simpleton.
Oh.
Yep, that's right.
I
Not
like
to
that.
cause confusion with the newer, more loyal, improved Singleton.
Singleton,
Ruben.
too.
Yeah,
Singleton,
Doubleton.
too.
By the way,
Or
a lot of
Doubleton.
I know. A lot of people drop me a line to say Doubleton was better than Singleton.
Then maybe it is. Then maybe I'm wrong. I'm not right all the time.
No, you're not. I might tweet that one out. Doubleton.
Yeah,
Well-
make it funny, though.
There was a Jacuzzi Pete investigation that went down shortly after the show, and we found out that our very own original Singleton 1, Tyler, he has his own podcast. Did you know that?
No, I did not. On what? On
Singleton the butler, so called because he is, first of all, we wanted him to serve as our butler, and Singleton's a good name. Also, he looks like a former Baltimore Oriole Ken Singleton.
And apparently he strikes out as much as he did last week. That makes me crazy that he didn't show up, but he's got his own show. All right, what's his show about?
Why is he here? I thought Feeney banished him from the show.
I thought I fired him, to be
I
honest
see him
with you.
behind the glass there, though.
Well, the letter of the law was he was banned for the company barbecue.
All right, now what?
Okay, so I did not fire him last week. Hold on, but I want to hear more about this show. So he's got his own podcast.
He does have his own
on
podcast.
on the Ace Network.
No, it's not. He does it independently.
Oh, so what does that mean? He does it on his own.
It's on his Facebook page and stuff like that. I don't know how you'd find it. It would take a good Google search, I guess, to find it.
So I guess you're saying is like as Howard Stern is to radio, he would be like doing out of a ham radio. That's what you can do it on your own. You can do that kind of stuff on your own. If anybody with a video camera or a computer can have his own podcast,
That's true. It's open up to everybody.
Okay.
Well, for starters,
what's it like?
What you might not be crazy about is not all the material he generates is original. So you might want to listen to...
Neither is David's. That doesn't really stop him.
Well, just to get an idea of what I'm talking about, Blaster Girl, why don't you play clip number 1, a little montage of catchphrases that Singleton has come up with.
All right, hello, podcasters. We're back. Jerk! Anyway, until next time, it's been a thin slice of heaven.
Those are just a couple of the catchphrases.
What
he
in
might use.
hell?
Do you want to hear some of the content of the show, perhaps?
Wait a second.
Hold on.
I heard jerk. I heard hi and hello. I heard thin slice of heaven, which, by the way, I've given credit to many times. I just like the phrase. That's Lovitz in League of Their Own. Says that to the
It's been a
sister.
thin slice of heaven. Yeah. So.
Thanks, girls. It's been a thin slice of heaven.
But I'm
Holy
sorry.
hell.
It is. There is no gray area here. You're a jerk. Is that's you? That's copyrighted.
That's it. Yeah, it's
You
sort
have
of the equivalent.
lawyers on that. don't
Other
you?
people, yeah, like people get upset at Donald Trump for trademarking "you're fired," but he sort of has made it. You're a jerk. Other people, I imagine, have probably said in the
Right,
world.
exactly. But that said, that is your bit. If
Well,
you're
maybe
going,
you
if you're
should be
going to
flattered.
if you're going to be buried in the ground, that'll be on your headstone.
I don't know.
R.I.P. Dave Damashek, you're a jerk.
In a way, I feel like it's a little bit of a tribute, but also it's sort of creatively bankrupt. too.
No. Yeah. It is a ripoff. That is no homage to you.
Well,
That is a theft.
I did pull a couple more clips, and I don't know if flattery is what you're going to be feeling after you hear a couple more of these clips. Blaster Girl, why don't you play at random? Go ahead.
He's mean to me, whatever. As long as I'm in the public eye, you know what I mean? I love being talked about. I don't care if it's bad. But someone wrote on his message board, like he has these message boards, okay? Like he's famous enough for a message board, so how about that?
Okay.
Oh,
Someone wrote that he better watch his back because I did a video blog about how I'm funnier than him or that I want his job or something along those lines. So I'm thinking, apparently we talked about this at some point. I don't remember half the shit I say on here, but apparently
I think you even called it funnier than Damashek. I do remember that. I think it was right in the middle of the finals.
Okay, well, whatever.
Who was that guy? Who was that other voice?
He's got a.
He's on the other end of the string with his own tin can.
Want to hear more?
Was that Doubleton?
So wait a second. So Singleton, if I understood that correctly, was denying it, much like Feeney denies the Holocaust. That he denies that he called himself funnier, but his pal there said that he was that Singleton thinks he's funnier than funny Dave Dameshek.
How does that make you feel? Outraged?
I want to hear more. I want to continue the investigation here.
I don't understand. What did he want you to do on his show?
I don't know. Okay, let me tell you about this. He wants me to, I'm like a character on his show, and I'm his butler, quote unquote, his butler, which is kind of demeaning. That's like Rich Aurelia telling Barry Bonds to be his bat boy. You know what I mean?
What?
Like, Barry Bonds is better than Aurelia. I'm not saying I'm better than Dameshek, but I'm almost equal. You know what I mean? I'm at least equal. But I don't know. I'm on.
Yeah, he's not famous.
Not really.
Leaving my star power out of it. There's
a number of things. First of all, that you're the Bonds, who you hate, to his Richard Reed.
Right out of the gate, it's a poisonous analogy to liken me to Barry the Creep Bonds.
It makes no sense.
Or like if Barry Bonds had a twin or really had a twin, that's his analogy. We're equals. We're the equal talents.
We're not the best podcast in the world by any means.
No.
But
We are not.
Can I say this, though? It sounds like this is not just a podcast. It sounds like he and his buddy are on the phone and someone decided to hit record. That sounds like what it is. There's no. Is there any? What else does he do in this show? Is there any wit to it? Is there any kind of comedy bits?
It's a tax.
Do they create? Did he create a universe? What's the name of this podcast? Does he have a title for this podcast?
No, there's no title.
There's no title. Did he?
Singleton of Thunder.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Why don't we hear one last clip? I think one more is all I can take.
Check is pissed that you didn't go to his show, and instead you went with Sally.
Right, and I think he wants to challenge me and Sally to a basketball game to settle this dispute.
No.
So what do you say?
We weren't looking to see if Singleton and Spider would team up to play us in 2-on-2.
How much of your thinking during the day is spent on this poor boy?
I don't know, but I fear about the delusions that we've just heard now. That was kind of the weirdest one of all. Like somehow it's turned into here's how we'll settle the score.
He's pissed at me, man. I don't know. This Dameshek's pissed.
He wants to play hoops.
What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. He may beat me up. Above and beyond anything else, I'm so glad Singleton was not here last week to handle our food, because he seems crazy to me. He seems like he's really off his rocker.
He thinks he's the all-time home run champ, is what he thinks of himself.
I'm like a character on his show. Yeah, we do bits back and forth, and mine are much funnier than his. I just learned your name. I just learned your name this morning. I was calling you Gary to people last week.
Gary's that guy.
Oh yeah, hey Gary.
So Gary is your assistant PI, huh?
It was a Gary investigation. Good work, Gary, for the
Jacuzzi PI. I like that.
I like
that
a
good new
lot.
show.
Jacuzzi Heat.
The Jacuzzi
Jacuzzi Heat.
The case of the missing artichoke. All the cases are about missing food, and they find them all in his belly.